Hmm. Hi, everyone. Setting up my camera. Now, it's a rainy morning this morning. I'm going to try something new or different. See, oh yeah, that won't do though. Good enough, I think. Maybe I could get a little more height. Yeah, it was good where I was. I should have left it. There we go. Okay. Give us some time, just about time to start here. Set my clock. Here we go. All right. Let's get started. We're having this morning my absolute favorite yoga practice. I'm outside in the summer on a cool summer morning in the rain where I can listen to the rain while I practice. I find it to be such a wonderful way to begin the day. What's really best is if it's raining and cool when I wake up and then the sun comes out just after yoga and I get a nice sunny day, which I think is exactly what's supposed to happen today. So yay for me. Um, let's begin in child's pose. Knees wide, slide your hips back. Stay kind of active in your child's pose this morning. So you're reaching the hands forward, spread the fingers wide. You're reaching so far forward that your forearms and your wrists are up off the mat. You can even tent your fingers and get the palm of your hands up off the mat. And then let your armpits sort of sink towards the floor. Finding a nice stretch from the fingertips to the armpits to the hips. So sliding your hips back towards your heels. And stay here for 3 nice breaths. And let's inhale to come up to a tabletop pose. Bring your knees in underneath your hips. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide. And let's do some cat-cows. Just tip the tailbone up, drop the belly. Chest comes forward. Exhale to round. Couple more times. Move back and forth between these two poses. Next inhale, find a neutral pose. As you exhale, I want to take your right foot and bring it out off the mat, straight out from your right hip. You can press the whole sole of your foot down into the mat, so press the outer edge of your right foot down onto the mat. Curl your left toes under and slide your hips back like you're coming to child's pose again, but it's kind of wonky with your right leg out. Getting a stretch in the bottom of your left foot, inner right leg. Just take a breath here. Now you can stay like this, or if you like, you can add a shoulder stretch. Take your right hand, slide it underneath your left armpit, and come down onto your outer right shoulder, your right ear. And let's take 3 breaths here. And then come back up to tabletop. Keep that right leg out. Walk your hands in towards your left knee. And then on an inhale, you can come up, stand on that left knee, reach the arms high overhead. Drop your right hand to your right outer thigh and just lift the left hand up and over in a side stretch. Inhale, hands up. As you exhale, twist to the right. So turning the chest to the right, left hand forward, right hand back. Spread your fingers wide, reach past the front and back of your mat. Now, if you'd like, you can take a little back bend here. Bring your right hand to your left heel and your left hand up and over. Take a stretch. Unwind from this. Back to table. Right knee comes in. If your left knee is a little tired now, I got good news for you. You're going to get off that left knee and spread it out. I'm going to have to turn around, elsewise fall down the stairs. I'm going to turn around, put my left foot out, straight out from the left hip. Curl the right toes under and slide back to a child's pose. Just take a breath here. Now you can stay like this, or you can add the stretch. Left hand dives underneath the right shoulder or the right armpit and come down onto the left shoulder, the left ear. 3 breaths here. And unwind from this. Back toes can stay curled under, or you can put the top of your foot down onto the mat. And then just lift up to stand on your right knee. Big side stretch here. Nice good morning side stretch. Left hand drops really lightly onto your left thigh or knee. And right hand's going to reach up and over. So nice big good morning stretch. Big breath into the right side rib cage. And then you can come out of this. Both hands down. Back to your tabletop. Left knee in. Make some circles with your body here. Just turn your hips and shoulders together. I'm going to turn back around, face the front of my mat. Find neutral once again. Curl your toes under and let's find a downward facing dog. So bring your hips up and back, let your heels drop back. Move around here, pedal your feet, swing your hips, shake your head. Bring your gaze forward between your thumbs. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and then bring your feet to the front of the mat. Fingertips to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees. Let's come all the way up to stand. Hands up. Keep the crown of your head high. Join your fingertips without looking at them. And slide your thumbs to the base of your neck. Elbows in and up. Notice if your low back starts to arch and your butt starts to slide out. Tuck your tailbone down. Nice stretch in the triceps, the shoulders, the chest. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Look back between your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to the shins. Roll your shoulders open so that you're broad across the collarbones. And nice flat back here. Let's do that a couple of times. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Last time, halfway lift. As you exhale now, soften your knees, bring your hands to the mat, and let's step back to a high plank pose. Always feeling free to bring your knees down onto the mat if you like. Take a full cycle of breath here, just holding on to your plank pose, starting to feel some energy moving around your body. Next inhale, bring the shoulders forward and lower all the way to the mat. Being careful to hold your plank, maintain your plank all the way to the floor. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Elbows pull into the body. Lighten your hands, cobra pose. Just lifting the chest. Really roll the shoulders back. Keep your chin tucked. And exhale to release. Let's try cobra pose again with a little difference. Bring your hands to interlace at the back of your head. Elbows straight out from the wrist so that your elbows are out of your peripheral vision. Press into the tops of your feet and lift your chest. Cobra pose. Kind of a different sensation in cobra pose here. Exhale to release. Hands can come back next to your chest. Curl into the toes and lift up to your high plank pose on your toes or on your knees. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, the right heel lifts. As you exhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Lower the left knee. Inhale up to a kneeling lunge. Big breath in and look up between your hands here this time. Bring your palms together. Just a nice stretch, reach up with the fingertips. Now, let your hands separate and arms reach out from your shoulders, palms face up. Just a big opening across the chest here. On your next inhale, come back up. And exhale, hands down to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the left knee. And exhale, sit back, high plank pose. On an inhale, let's take a side plank. So roll to the outer right foot, inner left foot. Right hand plants, left hand lifts. You can modify this by lifting the left foot into the air or maybe dropping the right hand knee down onto the mat. Anything that feels good here. I'm just going to stay with both feet on the mat. Big breath. And exhale. The left hand down. Let's go the other way right away. Roll to the outer left foot, inner right foot. Right hand lifts. Modify any way you like. It's your practice, your morning, your plank. Make it feel good. One more breath. And let's come back down. Plank pose. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Now I'm going to turn around for this next part because it occurs to me I forgot something before. So let's inhale the left heel up. Exhale the left foot forward, dropping down onto the right knee. Inhale to come all the way up, shoulders over the hips, hands reach up overhead. Join the fingertips. Now you can look up to the heel of your hands. Just take a nice breath here. And when you're ready, open the hands. Palms face towards the ceiling. Nice stretch across the fronts of your shoulders, across the space of the chest just below your collarbones. Let the backs of the hands be heavy. Inhale, hands up, crown of the head high. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of your left foot. So a little change from the first side. And take your left foot and stretch it straight out from your left hip. Just like we were at the beginning of practice. So it occurs to me that maybe I forgot to add a move in. I don't want you to be crooked all day long or anything like that. So we're standing on the right knee with the left foot out from the shoulder, from the hip. Reach your hands up overhead. Get ready for a twist to the right. Turn your chest to the right. Left hand forward, right hand back. Spread the fingers wide. Now, if you like, you can add the back bend. I think I had us go the other way. I'm really messed up this morning, aren't I? Come back to center. Twist towards the extended leg. And the left hand can reach for the right heel. The right hand comes up and back. Big stretch. We got there eventually. Come back to center. Hands down. Left knee in. And let's lift the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Swing your hips. Now, next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. As you exhale, bring your feet forward to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Soften the knees. Let's lift up to stand. Big reach. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Inhale, hands down, around, and up. Exhale, soften your knees. Come to a forward fold. Now, I want you to come to a forward fold in such a place that you can put your palms down onto the mat. So your whole foot, your heels are down on the mat, and your palms are down on the mat. Now, you can soften your knees to make this happen. You can use blocks to bring the ground up a little bit to make this happen. You can walk your hands forward so that you feel stable in both. So just move around so you can make this a comfortable pose. And then gaze down to the space between your thumbs. And start to lean forward into your hands, bringing weight into your hands. You're going to feel like you're lifting your hips. There's a lot of core strength involved in here. Lean forward until you feel like you've got as much weight in your hands as you do in your feet, until it feels like that. And then as you exhale, you can come back into your feet. Inhale forward and exhale back. Do that a couple of times. It's kind of fun. Hand weight into the feet. Let's step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right heel lifts. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale to extend. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands. Let's lower the left heel and come on up to warrior one. So try and keep your hips facing the front of the mat. Hips, shoulders, nose, all facing the front of the mat. Your back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Reach your arms up overhead. Nice big stretch here. Loving warrior one. Let's take a chest expansion in warrior one. Reach your hands back behind you, interlace the fingers. Roll your knuckles towards your left heel. Open your chest. When you're ready, we can humble the warrior. Right shoulder to right knee. And that fist is going to come up and over. See how much you can let go here. And keep pulling the right outer hip in towards the center. Unwind your hands. Lift your left heel. Pour your weight into your right foot. Maybe bring your hands to your hips. And come on up to stand on the right foot with the left knee high. Touch down along the way if you like. Get there any way you like. And I want to take an easy tree pose. So your left foot's going to come somewhere along the inside of your right leg. Left knee's pointing out to the left. Left toes pointing down at the floor. You're nice and straight and strong in that right leg, pulling the right outer hip in, pressing into your left foot. Hands can stay at the hips or the heart, or reach up overhead. Now from here, the left knee forward, hands to the hips. Take a lock out of your standing leg if it's been locked. And I want to come to warrior three. So we're just going to reach the left foot straight back. The crown of the head forward, looking straight down at the mat. Push back through your left heel, forward through the crown of the head. Notice your hands at your hips are level. So maybe you need to dip that left hip down a little bit. If you like, you can come to like a crescent lunge, bring your left toes down to the mat. We're all going to do that in a moment, in another breath or two. Left toes down if you're not already, and let's make our way back to our crescent lunge. Big breath in. As we exhale, let's twist to the right. Right hand's back. Stay here like this, or if you like, you can take a back bend, just like we did earlier on knees. Right hand to your right, to the low back, and the left hand comes up and over. Big stretch. Unwind from this, and cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Let's step back to a downward dog with the left leg, with the right leg high. Right foot comes down, left foot's gonna lift. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale to extend. And exhale, left foot forward. Between the hands, lower the right heel. And inhale on up to your warrior one pose. Get comfortable on your feet here. Turn the tailbone down and lift the hands. Left toes, left knee, hips, and your nose all facing the front of the mat. We can humble the warrior. Again, start with the chest expansion. Bring your hands behind your back. Maybe interlace your fingers with the other finger on top this time. Press the knuckles towards your right heel and open the chest. Nice big breath in. And when you're ready, on an exhale, you can humble the warrior. Left shoulder to left knee, to the inner left knee.
And the fist comes up and over. A few breaths here. Bring your hands to the mat. Lift your right heel. And then draw your hands to your hips. Pour your weight into your left foot. Then come to stand with the right knee high. From here, we'll make our way to a tree pose. Touch down anytime you like. It's first thing in the morning. You want to feel good. Start the day off feeling good. Right toes pointing at the floor. Right knee pointing off to the side. Feeling strong and stable in your strong left leg. Choosing, making your choices and sticking with them about what you want to do with your hands, at your hips, at your heart, overhead. Now from here, warrior three, hands to your hips, right knee forward. And then let's send the right foot, the right heel straight back from your hips. Crown of the head straight forward. You can put those right toes down if you want to take more of a crescent lunge. It's up to you. And soften the standing leg, right toes down. Come up to your crescent lunge. Nice big breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand forward. Optional back hand here, left hand to your left, to your low back, and right hand's up and over. And let's cartwheel the hands down. Take your left foot back, up and back to a three-legged dog. And then bring the left foot down onto the mat. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and settle your knees down onto the mat. Cross your ankles, roll over your feet. Come to sit in the center of the mat. And we'll make our way down onto our backs. You can do this with your feet on the mat and your hands on the mat, or your feet and hands off the mat. Any combination thereof, but keep your chin tucked and just show a ton of control as you roll your spine down onto the mat. Knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. I want to finish practice with a figure four, with a reclined figure four. So bring your left foot down and your right ankle onto your left knee. Let your right knee just sort of hang open there. And you can really feel that leg bone turning inside your hip. Maybe you want to stay like this, or maybe you can bring your left knee in towards your chest. I kind of like to try and do it without holding on for a moment. It needs the strength of my body to pull that left ankle in. And then if you like, you can rub around the back of your leg or your shin. You can even lift the left heel towards the ceiling if you like. We definitely moved enough to get some energy rolling around our body. I can feel it. I can feel the energy moving through my body now. I'm finding this pose relaxing and a feel-good pose, but I can definitely feel that I've got energy circulating through me. I'm ready for the day ahead. Let's try the other side. Left foot down, right foot down, left ankle to right knee. And start slow. Just keep your right foot on the mat. Take a moment here, or you can zoom right into it. It's up to you. Left, right knee can pull in. Hold on any way you like. The right foot down, the left foot down. If there's any last movement or shape you'd like to take, this can be your moment. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, and then shut your eyes. See if there's anything that your body is calling out for. If there's any stretch or move that would make this practice feel really complete for you. And you just go ahead and do it. Let your body lead. Just let your body call the shots here. Don't even think about it. And then when you're ready, make your way into a comfortable Savasana pose. So that could mean any number of things. You can be lying on your back or move around to make sure that you are completely comfortable. Even sitting up in a meditation style pose or up against a wall on a cushion. As long as it feels good for you and you feel very relaxed. Let your mind relax as well. You can feel the energy moving through you. As you're lying there, there's just energy circulating through your body, ready and available for you to make use of at any time. Now, if you have time and you want to stay in Savasana, I totally recommend that. If, however, you're ready to get moving, start to wiggle and stretch through your body. Take some deep breaths and notice how your body will start to move. The energy will begin to circulate more. Trying to rustle up just enough energy to bring yourself to a nice big stretch. Stretching the arms out, legs out. And then pull your knees into your chest, almost like you're gathering up all that energy and bringing it in close to your body. And from here, make your way to a comfortable seat, whatever that might look like. It's got to be comfortable for you. Inhale, hands up. As we exhale, thumbs to the third eye and hinge forward. Namaste. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about it. Give me some ideas for future practices. I'd love to check them out. And in the meantime, we'll see you next week. Namaste.